وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين يا رب العالمين. In the same time, we have brothers who are not well, been hospitalized. Also, we have other members who are not well. We hope that we'll keep on praying for their well-being. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthen their iman, number one. Even how sick we are, as long as we are still alive, meaning our heart is still functioning. Yeah. Once the heart stop functioning, that means we know it's inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. So far, brothers like Musa bin Muhammad, the brother who is very consistent in our Sunday class, has been hospitalized and the ICU. He's, I think, coma. Somebody says coma, so semi-coma. Yeah. He has been a very active brother. In our class, he always do a lot of questioning that help others also to understand issues that we have been discussing. And also we have a funeral dua for the brothers Fauzi Abdul Rashid, who passed away on last Sunday. These are the brother of our Jama'ah sister Nani Gaus, yeah? Who always, I think Nani Gaus, is she here today? She's away, yeah? So inshallah, let us make a dua for the brother Fauzi Abdul Rashid, and so we make dua for brother Musa Muhammad, yeah? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidun Majid. Allahumma ighfir lahu warhamhu wa'afihi wa'fu anhu wa akrim nuzulahu wa wasi' mudkhalahu waghsilhu bil ma'i wal thalji wal baradi wa naqqihi minal khataya kama yunaqqa al-thawb al-abyad min ad-danas. Allahumma abdilhu daran khairan min darihi wa ahlan khairan min ahlihi wa zawjan khairan min zawjihi. Allahumma adkhilhu jannatak wa'izhu min azabil qabri wa azabil nar. Allahumma ighfir li hayyina wa mayyitina wa shahidina wa ghaibina wa saghirina wa kabirina wa zakarina wa unthana. Allahumma man ahyaytahu minna fa ahyihi ala al-islam wa man tawaffaytahu minna fatawaffahu ala al-iman. Allahumma la tahrimna ajrahu wa la tudillana ba'dahu. Allahumma anta shafi' la shifa'atun illa shifa'u isfi Musa min Muhammad ya Rahman ya Rahim. Allahumma yassir lisanahu wa qalbahu an yazkuruka ya hayyun ya qayyum bi rahmatika nastaghis. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azaban nar. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Amin ya rabbal alamin. It is part of our humble responsibility as fellow Muslim, like what the Prophet said, Haqqul Muslim ala Muslim sittun, meaning among Muslims they have 6 basic responsibility, yeah, that we should care for each other. This is a very important hadith for all of us to understand. As fellow Muslim, whether they are good, bad Muslim, we have 6 responsibilities among ourselves, basic responsibility. When you see them, whether you like them or not, give them salam. Of course, sometimes it's not easy to give salam to people that you don't like, you know. So you better stay away so you don't have to give salam to them. But when you are in front of them, yeah, it's important to offer this greeting. You may not like them, they may not like you sometimes, but you always pray for peace. We hope that we have some inner peace to ourselves. Thinking of people negatively do not benefit all of us. We must learn how to move forward. Yeah, we have to move forward. We don't have to have anything to do with them, but since it's the right of a Muslim, when you see them, Assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam, khalas. Yeah? And wish them the best. We hope they also will move forward, yeah, with something better. Yeah? Then we never forget to pray for fellow Muslim brothers or sisters, those who pass away when they're performing Hajj, those who are back, alhamdulillah, welcome them home, yeah, safe with their family members, yeah, brothers and the sisters, our sister Rohani and sister Aisha, alhamdulillah, yeah. Yeah, it's a life experience for us with them and they with us, alhamdulillah. Yeah, very, very good experience, alhamdulillah. Spirit, we love the spirit that all the sister, the brother have when they were performing Hajj with us this year. Yeah? And also we never forget to pray for all the fellow Muslim brothers and sisters wherever they are who have died, either for the sake that the qadar is there, or they were killed in the war front, like in Myanmar especially. We keep on praying, may Allah forgive their sin and give them a better life, yeah, in the hereafter, inshallah. Ameen. Brothers and sisters, we have been reminding ourselves how to be a better Muslim, yeah, from time to time. We are learning not just for the sake of learning, because we want to change and we want to improve. We know that we are still in the month of Muharram, known as the month of Hijrah. Hijrah means we are ready to make some kind of changes, migration, yeah? Known as perubahan. Yeah? Like how important we change our dress, we change, yeah, everything that we want to change that is very close to us. Maybe you want to change your clothes, your shoes, your bags, and many things else. Yeah, your curtain, your carpet, so many things we want to change. Some want to change their cars and everything. You can change, there's nothing wrong. As long as you have the means, you do not burden yourself, neither you burden your husband especially, or the family, you have the right to change. Yeah? But that is physical changes. The physical changes don't bring a lot of impact, yeah, in our life. Yeah? It just sometimes create more riya in us to show people, no, you see, I have so much. You can have a lot, but the more you have is an opportunity for you to do more for Allah, not just for yourself. Because we know when you die, you don't bring any of these things, yeah, with you at all. Nothing. Except your amal will be the most, yeah, meaningful, loyal to you. That your amal will stay with you until the day of judgment. All the other things have no value anymore. Yeah? We should have the right value now after learning for so many years, reading the Quran, learning the hadiths of the Prophet. We believe that we will become a better, yeah, sisters and brother, inshallah. So that we can help our family members, our children, by showing them positive changes from ourselves. It's easy for us to guide them. But if we do not change, it's very hard for you to tell your children to change. They want you to show some example. We believe the sisters have been changing a lot, and we hope that the sisters also bring changes to their husband who are hardly participate in our activities here. Now, one of the things that I like to recall again before we continue with the book Funeral. Are we talking about funeral here? Yes. If you go back to page 118, the last topic that we discussed before we move to the new one, there is a very important hadith I like to recap again about the importance to be moderate. Moderation is very, very important and highly recommended to all the believers. The Prophet in one of the general hadiths did mention khairul umur awsatiha. The best thing to happen in our life is that we try to be very moderate. Try your eating habit, moderate. Overeating is not healthy. You fast too much also is not healthy. Too thin also is not healthy. Too fat also, you look happy, you look good, but it's not healthy too. Moderation is always the best. But everybody, every one of us, our body respond differently. Some people may eat a lot, but they are still very slim. Some people is still on diet, but still, they collect a lot of fats, But anyhow, it's not our duty to comment. Don't ever comment about anybody's body. It's not their fault sometimes. Children, parent is the one who spoil them. They love to see the children eat, and they are very happy to see their children eat more and more. Then you torture your children. But anyhow, the Prophet ﷺ said, I want just to recap this hadith. Inna Allah kariha lakum thalatha. This is a beautiful hadith, that I feel is important for me to recall it back. Qila wa qal wa ida'at al-ma wa kasratul su'al. The Prophet ﷺ is here to guide his ummah, the best nation, about what Allah loves us to do than what Allah hates us to do. If you do not know what Allah hates us to do, we may keep on doing the thing that displeasing Allah and is not good for us. We thought there is good to your feeling, but not good to Allah. It's time for us to change that. We should try our level best to do things to please Allah, not to please our desire and our feeling. Our feeling have no value. In the day of judgment, Allah don't ask you about your feeling anymore. He asks you about your iman, about your love towards Him. Do you remember Him? Do you love Him? Do you do everything to please Him? If you do things to please others, then in the day of judgment, Allah will call you to go to look for that person and call that person to reward you. You know that day of judgment, nobody can reward you except Allah. And nobody can give you intercession except Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And this is the saying of the Prophet. Thing that Allah hates, there are three. Number one, qila wa qal. Qila wa qal is something that is very difficult to stay away. What is that? Gossiping. Because we love to talk. Our children also love to talk, but they do not know what they are talking. It's okay. They are picking up. A lot of words from us, from what they hear, from the elders, from their brothers. That's why in this family you have a lot of children, and they are just 2-3 years different one to another. You can see that the younger one will pick up very fast, because you have the other brothers who is there to always help them or talk to them. Now, it is not that we cannot talk. Allah loves us to talk. Even Allah asks us, وَمَنْ أَحْسَنُ قَوْلًا مِمَّنْ دَعَا إِلَى اللَّهِ. Now Allah is asking us, whose speech we like to talk, whose word is better in the sight of Allah than people who are always thinking how to invite other people to Islam. Like all the prophets, they have to talk. And what are they talking about? Dunya? No. Dunya you know better than the prophets. The prophet don't interfere in your dunya. How you want to eat, what you want to eat, as long as what is you do is halal, khalas. Yeah? But the Prophet is here to invite people to Allah. If you want to eat, last time you eat for the sake of eating, now you eat for the sake of Allah. Then eating become an act of ibadah. You say Bismillah, right hand, you get reward. You want to drink, last time you drink for the sake of drinking. Now you drink for the sake of Allah. Bismillah, right hand, you get reward again. Anything you do, but if your intention is for Allah, then Allah will reward you. But if your intention, this is mine, I do for the sake of this, I do for, okay. Then in the day of judgment, don't ask Allah to reward you because you do not do for the sake of Allah. That's why we say, Inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya, whatever I do in my life, wa mahyaya, lillah. Then only Allah will reward you. So the intention, that's why when you talk about hijrah, the first hadith in Sahih Bukhari is talking about hijrah. The first hadith in Sahih Bukhari, where Umar ibn Khattab, the second caliph, he said, Sami'tu Rasulullah sallallahu yaqul, I heard the Prophet say. That means when the Prophet was talking to his ummah that particular time, Umar was there, listening to the saying of the Prophet. Yeah? And you know the Sahaba is not like you, like me. When the Prophet is talking to them, they are silent. They don't entertain other thing anymore. Very focused. That's why the Prophet always said, Isma'u qawli, Isma'u qawli. Listen to me carefully. Yeah, listen to me. That means not just listen with your ear, your mind, your heart, everything must respond. And then the Prophet said, Innamal a'malu binniyat. You remember this hadith? Innamal a'malu binniyat. Remember, all your deeds, your amal, will go according to your intention. Wa innama likulli imri'in imma nawa. And you will be rewarded according to that intention. فَمَنْ كَانَتْ هِجْرَتُهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَرَسُولُهُ فَهِجْرَتُهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَرَسُولُهُ. If your hijrah, your changes, your migration is for the sake of Allah, you will be rewarded by Allah. Allah accept. And the way you do, you follow the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Why the Prophet migrate? He want to run away? No. He's not running away from Mecca. No. People say he escaped. No, no, no. He all the time he was staying put because they have planned to kill him. Then only Allah say, it's time for you to leave. Not to just abandon Mecca. You have to migrate first and reorganize yourself, strengthen yourself, and you have to come back. That's why you have the Fathul Makkah. That's why the Fathul Makkah took place. To show us that he do not just leave Makkah and say, bye-bye, I don't have anything to do with Makkah. No. That's why the first group who migrate is not the Prophet. Who migrate first? To where they migrate? To Abyssinia. Even the Prophet has been have confronted a lot of issues from the people, but he never migrate until Allah command him to migrate. So he migrate for the right reason, because Allah said, migrate, hijr, fatuhajiru fi sabilillah, for the sake of Allah. Then you have to move. Remember the sin of the person who killed 99 person before and complete 100. And then when he wanted to repent, he met a scholar, a pious scholar. The scholar said, yes, but with one condition. You must do migration too. You must move from the bad area to a better area. And then he left that scholar. He went home. Before, people want to travel very easy. One camel khalas. Yeah. Today, one room also don't know how to pack. Yeah. They just pack few things, khalas, they are on the way. He make the attempt to move, to migrate. That's where he died, on the way. And because of that migration, the intention that he want to change, he's moving away from the bad area to the good area, Allah forgive all his sin. And he was promised to be the people of paradise. Allahu Akbar. Now again, brothers and sisters, I like to remind us, sometimes we as Muslims are not sure about what we are doing. How can you be sure your deed is being accepted by Allah? Sometimes this also disturbs us. How can you be so confident that your prayer, your sadaqah, your hajj, your umrah is being accepted by Allah? Now whether we should have doubts or not, but this is what Allah wants you to have. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابِ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. Remember the book in the Quran, everything Allah said, there's no doubts in it. Whatever Allah said, you must believe. When you have doubts, you have problem with your iman. Now what did Allah say about people who do righteous deed? Allah said Jannah. Allah said وَبَشِّرِ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ أَنَّ لَهُمُ الْجَنَّةِ. It's Allah's word. He promised us. He said to the Prophet, send glad tidings, good news to the believer and those who act righteously. If you are just iman without righteous deed, you are not guaranteed. Because you know in the other ayah that very popular to all of us, wal asri innal insan lafi khusr. Allah swear with time that all of us are loser illa lazina amanu. Still you are a loser, because you cannot stop just there. Illa lazina amanu wa amilu, still you can become a loser, because not all amal Allah will accept. There are amal that Allah will reject. There's amal that Allah reject. Even the Prophet said, man amila amalan laysa alayhi amruna fahuwa rad. If you do an amal that is not taught by us, will not be accepted. Because the Prophet will be a witness to all of us. We are doing this. Who called us to do this? Who taught us, or who called us to do this fasting example? Fasting is going to come very soon. I will talk about that later on, inshallah. But anyhow, the amal must be salih. When you are sure that your amal is following the way of the Prophet, your intention is for Allah, then you cannot have doubts anymore. Allah said, I am going to reward you. How can you have doubt? I don't know. I don't know. You must know. Because this is your deeds. Are you doing for the sake of Allah? If you do for the sake of Allah, you should know. Are you following the sunnah? You should know. If you don't know, you must learn. That's why we are here, to learn, inshallah. So now, the first thing that Allah hate for us is to talk, to gossip, meaning you are talking about things that do not benefit you. Better to be quiet. Is that easy, sisters? Can we do that? 2017, 1439. Inshallah, can. We try. When you have the intention to try, Allah will help you. Allah have said to us, He will never change our condition until we are ready to make changes. Have you asked yourself, are we ready? We say yes, then Allah is going to help you. But how can you help yourself if you're weak? You be among the good sisters who are stronger than you, will keep on reminding you. Then inshallah, you will change. It's not difficult to change, brothers and sisters. It's up to us. Yeah. A believer never said, susah. No. Why? When you do bad thing, you never say susah. Okay. Nobody said susah lah, nak cakap pasal orang. Nobody said that. No. Very difficult to gossip about people. Nobody said that. So easy to gossip about people. Anyhow, try our best. Number one. Number two, وَإِضَاءَةَ الْمَالِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sometime will give us a lot of wealth. Allahu Akbar. You know, ada saja income, yeah. Blessing give you more and more. But please remember, everything Allah give us, remember what Allah said, La tus'alunna yawma izin anin na'im. The day will come, everything that Allah give you, He is going to question you. How do you make use of your wealth? Don't waste. Yeah, that's why they say wasting money. Yeah, we have money, but we waste our money in spending the money just for dunya, just for ourselves. We forget to use the money i'la'i kalimatullah al-uliya, yeah, to help, yeah, to spread the word of Islam, to help, yeah, people who are involved in a lot of da'wah activities. You will never regret. It's Allah's gift to you, and you are giving back to Allah. And Allah promised us, وَأَنْفِقُوا مِمَّا رَزَقْنَاكُمْ. Yeah, and then He said, وَمَا أَنْفَقْتُمْ بِشَيْءٍ فَهُوَ يُخْلِفُ. When you spend for my sake, I will replace it back to you. He promised you. You may not see the result here, but He is keeping, yeah, the investment for you in akhirah. But the one you keep it here, yeah, we know, yeah, if something happened to us, everything gone. But the when you invest for Allah, will never be taken away by anybody. It is yours. Yeah, it's your belief whether you believe in the reward from Allah or not. And the last thing that Allah hates us is kasratul su'al. Yeah, frequent asking things that do not benefit us. Issue has been going on lately. People asking about laundrette, you know, but the issue laundry is in Malaysia very unique. You know, they have only in this country you have this kind of issue. You never come across anywhere in the world people talk about that. That means we are so free doing nothing, and we are thinking of create something from nothing. You know? Yeah, something from nothing, and make people so confused. Astaghfirullah. I don't know what to say also sometimes. You know? We have to pray a lot for this Muslim. You see, when Muslim always only learn and stay among Muslim, you may have that problem. Because you will be very judgmental to the not yet Muslim. That you are the best. All are najis. The Prophet never used this kind of approach at all. In the time of the Prophet in Sahih Bukhari, there is an incident where some Sahaba came to the Prophet and said, Ya Rasulullah, please make dua. May Allah punish the mushrikeen, curse them. Some of them can't handle. What the Prophet said, I am not here to curse anybody. Walakinni rahmah. I am here to bring love, mercy. I cannot do that. Even they are not yet a believer, I cannot curse them. It's my duty to call them, to invite them. I'm not here to judge them. Any food that they prepare is halal, I eat. I have no problem. They want to hold me as long as they are the same sex, I have no problem to hold their hand. I'm not going to say, oh, you are a mushrikeen, you are najis. I'm not going to do that. See how caring and loving our Prophet is. He's here to bring mercy, care and love. Don't look down on other people. When you look down on other people, how can you get close to them? How can you help them? How can you call them to Islam? You can't. This shows that we people who call ourselves Muslim are very ignorant about the spirit of Islam. There are many things going to happen if you are not careful. We are so messy, we have created so much issue that other people are not aware of. Suddenly we come up with all this thing that is not going to help any one of us. If you don't want, it's just like you go to the hotel, you stay there for 1 week and you want to send your laundry, you have problem. Even the spoon, everything that you want to use, you may have problem. Maybe somebody have used that. Some people may have used that for other food and now they wash it. But how do they wash? If you want to go to that car, how do they wash? Then you don't use. Simple as that. You don't go anywhere. You stay in the jungle by yourself. Do everything by yourself. Then, alhamdulillah. You want to stay in the city, you want to be with the people, and you are judging others. That is very, very unwise. This is what they said, kasratu su'al, unnecessary. Now a lot of not yet Muslims is going to ask us more things. You see? The notes that you pass, transaction you buy, and sometimes they, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Don't you touch? Astaghfirullah al-azim. We don't know what to say. But if that person, you yourself, sister, I want to give you some guideline. You yourself have doubts, then you just do what you have to do. But you don't come up with any kind of statement. You yourself stay away. Wash your own garment. Easy. It's not difficult to wash. Just soak it tomorrow and then you wash it. Khalas. That's how it goes. If you have doubts, you can have doubts sometimes, but you do what you can. You don't come up with a statement. If you have doubt, Kentucky Fried Chicken not halal, don't go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and eat. Khalas. You don't come and make a statement again. Why you do that? Islam is a very simple, straightforward religion. Even the Prophet have taught us. Anybody give you any food, when you look at the food, the thing is halal, Bismillah, khalas. You don't go further than that. Can you imagine you want to take veggie? Who are the one who plant this veggie? What kind of fertilizer they use? And then when they are plucking, are plucked by Muslim, what is going to happen to us, man? Oh. Kasratul su'al is something that Allah hates. So stay away, inshallah. Now let us come back to the topic. Page 119 is I wish in page 119. Lack of a good shroud. Talking about situation that we may come across. In situation where it is not possible to find a good shroud, kain kafan, the people should make the best use of what is available. See, Islam is a very practical religion. When you don't have what you should have, whatever you can do, you just do. That's all. Khabbab bin al-Arad reported, radiallahu anhu, we migrated with Allah's messenger, seeking Allah's face. What is Allah's face here? His pleasure. Wajhillah. Normally they use the term wajhillah. Wajh literally mean face, mean seeking Allah's pleasure. We are doing purely for Allah's sake. We migrate for Allah's sake. We ensured our rewards from Allah. When you migrate or do anything for the right intention, then Allah will reward you, inshallah. Some of us passed away before earning any of their rewards in this life. Meaning, when you do something for the sake of Allah, if you still survive, you will see there's a lot of blessing. Like how Allah have rewarded the prophets. After he migrated to Medina, you see the blessing that Allah given him. No? He can unite two group of people in Medina who always fight against each other, Aus and Khazraj, and they become brothers, a family. And he bring changes. Now to the extent, Yathrib at that time, known as Yathrib, turned into Medina al-Munawwara, the city of lights, full of justice, full of harmony and peace. Yeah? And I feel very sad until today, because every Friday, I don't blame the sister is not there for the Jum'ah. In the second khutbah, never once Jum'ah that the Imam never recite this ayah. Every Jum'ah without fail, the Imam will recite this ayah in the second khutbah. Inna Allah, after they say, Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi ya ayyuhallazina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu. Then they also will recite, Inna Allah ya'muru bil adli wal ihsan wa ita'i zil qurba wa yanha 'anil fahsya'i wal munkari wal baghi, to the end. Beautiful reminder every Jum'at. Allahu Akbar. Allah said, Allah command all of you to be just, to be adil, wal ihsan, and to be kind. Allahu Akbar. And we are not being judged. And we are not kind people. We are very mean. Attacking, judging, condemning. We are very mean people. What happened? That means all the Jumat we have failed. Either the Imam also failed to explain this beautiful ayah to the congregation. Please, ittaqillah, my fellow Muslim brothers. Today is Jum'ah. We should bring changes. After Jum'ah, we should change. Remember, Allah commands us to be just, not to exploit. Yeah. Justice for all. Beautiful command from Allah. And not only just kind. Ihsan, to be kind. Kindness is above justice. It's just like an eye for an eye, the qisas. Yeah? A wound for a wound, but you can just forgive him. فَمَنْ عُوفِيَ لَهُ. If you want to forgive, this is what Allah loves more, that you are ready to forgive. Allahu Akbar. Do we forgive our children? Is our children been very good to us? Alhamdulillah. But most of the time our children do, yeah, cause a lot of unhappiness to us, you know. But we never want to judge or condemn. We still have hope. We still have hope. But we only can try our best. Yeah. We keep on trying, never give up. We give them the best. Whether they give us the best or not, we don't know. But we still give them the best until today. Alhamdulillah. That's the beauty of we have the ihsan. And that's why Allah said, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنَ إِحْسَانًا. We hope that our children in the future also will be kind to the parents. Like how we have been very kind and loving to them. If we fail to remind them how to be kind to you, you have to send them to people who know how to help them. We have camps, send them to our camp. we try our best to make them understand, yeah, how blessed they are to have parents, where there are a lot of children don't have parents anymore. Yeah. So there are people who pass away before earning any of this reward in this life. Yeah. Among those who passed away are Mus'ab bin Umair, who was killed on the day of Uhud. That means after they migrate. Then after some time, the war of Uhud start after Badr, and they were killed. We could not find anything to cover him except a lined piece of cloth, his cloak, that he left behind. When we cover his head with it, his feet were exposed. When we cover his feet, his head was exposed. You know, when you make kafan, only for those who are not in ihram. In ihram, you cannot cover the head for the male. Like how the male cannot wear anything on the head when they are in ihram. If they die while they are having the ihram, you cannot cover their head. But this is the die who died in the battle of Uhud. So normally they will cover their head. Yeah? But when they cover their head, their feet exposed, meaning the clothes or the cloak that they use is too short. It's not long enough. So what should they do? Head is more important or feet is more important? They are getting confused now, the Sahaba. So the Prophet ﷺ instruct them, غَطُّ بِهَا رَأْسَهُ وَجَعَلَ رِجْلَيْهِ إِذْقِرْ. Cover his head with it. That means the head comes first. That means the head is more important. About the leg, you can just put izkar, sweet smelling grass over his feet, anything that can help to cover his leg. Khabab radiallahu anh continue. And among us were those whose fruit flourished in this life, so they are now cropping them, meaning those who do not die yet, Allah gives them victory upon victory, and they become more prosperous. In Medina, yeah? If you look at the history of Medina, this is the first Dawla Islamiyah, the Islamic states, yeah, developed in the time of the Prophet ﷺ with peace, harmony, and there's a love of tranquility. Not only acknowledged by Muslims, even the people of the book, Yahud, Nasara, and the Mushrikeen that stay there were very happy. And that's why nobody go against whatever the Prophet ﷺ introduced to them, because it's fair, it's justice for all. You treat your neighbor well, be kind to everybody, be clean, be disciplined. Who don't like all these good things? Love the young one, respect the elders, honor your neighbor. Who don't like all this good value? So everybody live in peace and harmony. Allahu Akbar. Walillahi alhamd. Yeah? Now, brothers and sisters, all this about kafan have something to do with also your aura. Yeah? Kafan is something to cover the aura, your body. Yeah? Now I give you one other hadith. Yeah? Hakim bin Muawiyah, not here, not in this book, in other reference. Hakim ibn Muawiyah related that he asked the Prophet ﷺ, what about our aura? About our aura. What should we cover of them, and what can we uncover? When somebody die, what is the area that we must cover, and what is the area that we can be a bit relaxed? So the Prophet ﷺ replied, yeah, إن استطعت أن لا يراها أحد فافعل. Meaning, if you can manage that no one sees the aura of the disease, then do so. In other meaning, guard your private parts, except from your wife or a female slave. Yeah, guard your private parts, except for your wife. If the wife died, for your husband. Yeah, that when it comes to slave, they only apply female slave, not male slave. Only female slave. Yeah. Meaning, when a person dies, the first thing you must cover is the aura. Then you have extra, you do the other parts. But the aura, that they cannot be exposed when they are alive, that is the first thing that you must cover. And this is very, very important. Now, how we respect them when they are alive, we should respect them when they are dead. Yeah? Harisa bin Mudarrib reported that he visited Khabbab during his illness and found that he had applied a heated iron to his abdomen 7 times. Khabbab told him, "Had I not heard Allah's Messenger say, let none of you wish for death. La yatamanina ahadukum al-maut. None of us should wish for death." Yeah, I would have wished for it if the Prophet never said that when you are in pain, you want to die. Normally those who have severe pain, Ya Allah, enough. You can take my life now. Normally, yeah, those who are in pain, they think it's better for them to die than to burden others and go through all the pain and suffering. Do we have this kind of feeling sometimes? Some people who have a lot of wealth, but because of depression, what do they think? They are ready to commit suicide. They thought that that is the best way to solve their problem. They forgot that that is the beginning of all problem. No, when you kill yourself, you die, gone, and then you are going to suffer. Because committing suicide is forbidden in Islam. But a lot of people don't know. That's why we Muslims are different from people who don't believe in akhirah. But they believe in life after death. But they thought that that is the best way to die, to commit suicide. We said no. Yeah. I would have wished for it. I remember being with Allah's messenger without possessing even 1 dirham. But now I have in the corner of my house 40,000 dirham. But 40,000 dirham will not give you happiness because of money. Money will not bring happiness. Some comfort in life, yes. Yeah. We have come across a lot of our friends who have a lot of wealth, but they are not happy. Because happiness is not from the thing, it's from Allah. Peace belongs to Allah. Allahumma antas salam. And then wa minkas salam. And from you, we know, we have been reciting this dua, but just lip service. Now we forget how to apply this dua in our daily life. You want peace, where do you find peace? From the environment, sometimes, yes, it do help. But the real peace comes from Allah. So when you are connected to Allah, you find a lot of peace. I'll show you one simple example. When you go to Hajj, those who have been there, they can confirm with me. Those who are not going yet, you can try. Before Hajj, everybody are very focused. You don't think about your dunya here, your business, your children. You want to fulfill your hajj. I'm here, Allah, labbaik, Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda wa ni'mata. All your ni'mah, I forgot, I'm here with you now. This is the greatest ni'mah. I can come to Mecca. It's the greatest ni'mah. You know, we forget about all the pain. MashaAllah, we walked so far away this year, and they forget all the pain. You know, even I can feel, but I cannot tell them. If I tell them, then the pain will come to them automatically more. I just said, inshallah, our people can do it. We can do it for the sake of Allah. You know, if you reflect back the time the Prophet, they are worse. Their situation is worse. The road is worse than today. You don't have all the cement kind of stuff. They don't have. You don't have the tent like thing ready, aircon, no aircon at all before. Everything is hot. Inside out, outside hot. Everything hot. Water also is so difficult. But Allahu Akbar. The hardship you go through for the sake of Allah, Allah give you the ni'mah. But one hajj finish, the dunya come back, creeping. Oh, I miss my son, I miss my daughter, I miss my grandchildren, I miss my business, I miss my bed, all coming again. Before that, alhamdulillah, you can just sleep on the tin mattress without anything, inshallah, bismillah. You can sleep very well without any medicine, without any sleeping pill. No, you can sleep very well, and Allah tests us with the toilet again. No, sometimes you are just in front of the toilet, but you walk queue for 40 minutes, an hour to go in. Sometimes, if you are not well, you don't plan well. It's just in front. You open your tent, toilet in front of you, but the queue is also in front of you. Allahu Akbar wa lillahi alhamd. But it's Allah's ni'mah. When you do anything for Allah, there's a lot of ni'mah. So even you have a lot of money, brothers and sisters, well, do not promise you anything. Just some comfort. That's all. And the comfort sometimes can destroy your iman. If you are not careful. His shroud was then brought to him, and upon seeing it, he cried, saying, but as for Hamza, they could not find anything to shroud him but a strip cloth covering his head, with it exposed his feet, and covering his feet with it exposed his head. So Izkir was put over his feet again. You give priority to the head. Hamza have that issue. Thus, if the shroud is not long enough to cover the whole body, it should be used to cover the head as much of the body as possible. Whatever is left exposed should then be covered with other things, or any kind of grass, anything that can cover, just to show some respect, to the dead. Even those who die, you must show respect. How about those who are living? Just give you an example, Now, shrouding the one who died is shahid, the Matthias. One is killed on the battlefield. It is not permissible to remove his clothes, but he should be buried in them. You don't have to change. Whatever is with him, just let it be. Abdullah bin Sa'laba bin Shu'air radiallahu an reported that Allah's Messenger sallallahu said after the battle of Uhud, zammiluhum fi siyabihim bidama'ihim, wrap them in their clothes or in their blood. Even if they were killed, the blood, the wound, don't do anything. Just with that, you just get them ready. Now, of course, there are two things that we will learn later on, but today I just want to add whether we should pray the janazah of those who die in the battlefield. There are two sunnah. Both is a sunnah. There are times the Prophet do not perform prayer. There are times the Prophet perform prayer. Both is a sunnah. Yeah? Because for those who die in the battlefield, if their intention is for Allah, only Allah knows in their heart, they are shaheed. And one of the difference between the shaheed is that they die, you don't even wash their body. You just take another cloth, yeah, cover, and then just bury them. Yeah. Similarly, in the hadith cited last chapter, Jabir reported that Allah's Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, Ana shahid ala haula. I am the witness for all of them who die in the battlefield. Because the Prophet was there to witness the Sahaba who was killed in the battlefield. So in the Day of Judgment, Allah will give the Prophet the shafa'ah, the intercession that he will give to his Sahaba. Yeah. Wrap and bury them in their blood. Just cover themselves and bury them. And that is the meaning of this hadith. Yeah. Now let us look at this incident that happened, yeah, in the time of Uhud. Yeah. It is recommended to shroud those who are killed on the battlefield with one or more sheets over their clothes, their normal clothing. Of course, they are not in ihram. They are in with the armor, something. They have the shield. You know, they are at war. You know, with all the normal dressing. As the Prophet ﷺ did for Hamza and Mus'ab bin Umair. You can see above the hadith been mentioned. Hamza's shrouding is further described by Az-Zubair bin Al-Awwam, one of the companions, who is promised by the Prophet ﷺ that he is among the 10 of the people of Jannah, including Zubair bin Al-Awwam. He reported that after the battle of Uhud, a woman came running until she was about to reach the killed Muslim, those who were killed in the battlefield. The Prophet ﷺ hate for her to see them, don't like this woman to look at their body. You know what happened to Hamza, yeah, body. Yeah? So, and said when he saw the woman running, Mar'a, al-mar'a, stop the woman, stop the woman. Zubair continued, I had the feeling that was my mother, Safiya. And when I ran after her and reached her just before she came upon the bodies, she pushed me in the chest. You see, the woman before is not like the woman today. They just listen, they will push you. You know, don't come closer, don't try to stop me. You know. Having been a strong woman, and he said, move over, get lost. No, that means the woman just pushed that guy away. I told her, Allah's Messenger ﷺ requests you not to look at them. She stopped. Now this is a very important thing that we learn. Somebody want to stop you, no problem. You can disagree or agree. But when they said the Prophet said, immediately she stopped. This is the sign of a true believers. When people say the Prophet said, the response, Sami'na wa ata'na. That's how their love, their respect to the saying of the Prophet. But again, because they know these are companions, not like our people, no? The Prophet now said it, the Prophet said, then we have the right to tell them, when did the Prophet say that? You have dalil, we have the right to ask. But that time, the companion is known, yeah, to a lot of people. She stopped, took out 2 pieces of clothes that she had and said, I brought these 2 sheets for my brother Hamza. Yeah. because I heard of his death, so shove him in them. We brought the two sheep to shroud Hamza with them, but found next to him a man of the Ansar people of Medina, dead and mutilated like he was mutilated. You see, this is what happened when the non-believers engage in a warfare. A Muslim, the Prophet forbid us to mutilate anybody, because being a human, we hit the dead, they call us. You don't go and cut their hand, cut their head, and you don't do that. Finish. No. There's a lot of adab in Islam. Even with your enemy, there are certain adab. Why you kill him, khalas. Not like what happened in Rohingya today. Na'udzubillahi minaz zalik. We thought that we will never come across this kind of thing anymore, because people are so civilized today. No, people are talking human right here, human right there. We thought that this will not happen. But when this happened to the Muslim, we don't hear any loud voices sometimes from big organization who representing human rights, fighting for this, fighting for that. Most of them are silent. For we Muslims, we have to speak out, because it involves our family members. We don't do this kind of thing. To them, children also, they do. Astaghfirullah. What kind of human we are dealing with today? Do we allow this kind of people to exist on earth? I don't think they have the right to live on this earth, because they are not human. Humans don't do this kind of thing. Only animal will do that. And whoever respond and say nothing, agreed what they have the right to do, they are just like cattle. That's why Allah said, Ulaika kal an'am. Human can become like animals. Bal hum adall, they are worse than animals. What Allah says is so true. And Allah is showing us now that human can be worse than animal. So we decided to give one sheep to Hamza and the other to the men from Ansar, the people of Medina. We measured them and found that one of them was longer than the other. We drew lots between them and shrouded each man with the sheet that was drawn for him. You see how wise they are and how just they are. Two was given. It so happened they are two body mutilated. So what should do? They cannot say, oh, because this is from the sister of Hamza, of course Hamza will have the best one. They are confused. So they draw lots. If you go to them, they go to them. Sometimes this kind of movement is not easy for normal people to understand. If you and me, I think, hey, this is my family, man. And this is also Sahaba. But this is from his sister. No? Allahu Akbar. Shaddad bin al-Har reported that a Bedouin came to the Prophet ﷺ, believe in him, follow him, and said, I want to migrate with you. The Prophet ﷺ asked some of his companions to take care of him, to teach him about Islam. During the battle of Khaybar, the Prophet ﷺ won some spoils of war, ghanima, and divide them among his followers. Allotting some to that man, he gave his share to the companion because he was not grazing their animals. When he returned, they gave him his share. And he asked, what is this? They told him, this is your share from the Prophet ﷺ. So he took that and went to the Prophet ﷺ, asking, what is this, Ya Rasulullah? He replied, I allotted this share to you, he said. But this is not the reason that I follow you. Allahu Akbar. I follow you so that I would be hit right here, pointing to his neck with an arrow and die, so that I can go to Jannah. You see, the intention for them is not for dunya. They are not following the Prophet to get any profit from this dunya. They want to die for the sake of Allah. And he showed to the Prophet, I want an arrow to shoot here. So normally when you shoot here, you die. Allahu Akbar. He, the Prophet Sallallahu told him, In tasduqillah yasduq. If you are true to Allah, Allah will be true to you by granting your wish. After a short while, the fighting resumed, and that man was later brought before the Prophet, dead with an arrow where he had pointed to the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The Prophet asked, who is this the same man? And was told, yes. He said, Sadaqallah fasadaqahu. He was true to Allah, and so Allah was true to him. The Prophet then struck him with his own cloak, brought him forth and prayed janazah for him. Some of what was possible to hear of his prayer was the following: Allahumma haza abduka kharaja muhajiran fi sabili faqutila shahidan wa ana shahidun ala zalik. Oh Allah, this is your servant who left his home migrating for your cause and died as a shahid. I bear witness to this. Allahu Akbar wa lillahi alhamd. Brothers and sisters, this is a very important lesson for all of us. Whatever we do, make sure our intention is purely for the sake of Allah. But that guy actually have the right to receive the spoils of war. Whoever engaged in a war, if anything left behind by the enemy, we can take it. It's like if we left behind, they will take it. Yeah, it's common in the war. The law of the war zone is like that. Anything left behind, you can take it. But for the Muslim, 1/4 must go to the Prophet first, because the Prophet is not going to keep for himself. Give him the freedom, yeah, to distribute. The rest will be given to those who participate in the battlefield. And also the Prophet is so wise. For those who participate in the battlefield with their own transportation, with their own weapon, they will get more. For those who have we have to prepare. It's like in a country today, most of us who are involved in the army, everything is prepared by the government. In the time of the Prophet, it's not like that. They may have some, but those who don't have, then they give it to them. But most of the time, the companion will come up with their own transportation, their horses, their camel, their bow and arrow, their weapons, their spear, their sword. So those who come with everything by themselves. Allah in the Quran said, yeah, يقاتلون في سبيل بأموالكم وأنفسكم. That means those who come with their wealth and with their life, they will be rewarded more than those who just come with their life but without bringing their wealth. So there's always a difference in those who struggle in the way of Allah with both your time, your life, and your wealth are more beloved to Allah than just you have time. Then you can come, but you are not kind to even provide for others with what Allah have given you. So Islam is not just about yourself, but also about what you can offer to others. You know, when the Fatul Makkah, when Abu Sufyan, you remember Abu Sufyan? Abu Sufyan, the husband of Hindun, the one who ordered the killing of Hamza, the one who mutilated Hamza's body. When the Prophet entered Fatul Makkah, he brought a lot of the spoil of wars, ghanima, cattle, sheep, goats, 100, 200, and he gave it to a lot to Abu Sufyan. Abu Sufyan was not a Muslim yet. Why? To win them over. That I'm not here to take revenge. I'm here to bring mercy. If you can accept Islam, even you don't want to accept, I'll give you. I show you I'm here to bring kindness to you, mercy to you. Abu Sufyan become a Muslim. Allahu Akbar. Sometimes you need to do that, especially the head of states. Or these are the head of their people. It's easy. It's like you want to do da'wah to the people in the aborigine, you tackle the head first. One their head accept, the rest can easily follow. But normally human is softened by give. If you have anything extra, give for the sake of Allah Rabbul Alameen. But what happened to this companion of the Prophet? He said, I'm not following you, your Prophet, to gain this worldly thing. I want to die. And because his intention is to die for the sake of Allah, when the battle resumed, the enemy just shoot an arrow and hit his neck. The place that he showed to the Prophet. Allahu Akbar. Today, a lot of people who go into engage in any war, do you want to die? No. I want to come home alive. So when you have that intention, you are not ready for the sake of Allah. People who are ready for the sake of Allah, when they leave the house, they are ready not to come back. And their mothers before are not like mothers today. They love to have male children because they want to bring them up to serve Allah. And when they send their son out for fi sabilillah, they hope the son will not come back. Because the son will be a shield for them in akhirah. Because when you die as shaheed, Allah will bless you with so much reward that you can save so many family members. That's what they want. They believe in the future more than the present. For us, no way, man. My son, no way. Because there is our love toward the son is so great. Dunya is so great in our heart. Allah knows how we feel. That's why He don't test us with this. Alhamdulillah. But try to do our best. So may Allah subhanahu give us the right spirit and right understanding, that whatever we do, brother and sister, make sure we do for the sake of Allah. And remember, when there's a hadith to say that don't do, you have to respond. Is there a hadith that the Prophet said don't fast on Saturday, like how the Yahud fast, they choose on Saturday? Is there a hadith? Good. Then you know what is going to happen this coming Saturday. Because it is a sunnah kind of fast. And if the sunnah is confronted with an order from the Prophet not to, so the one that the Prophet order you, take precedent. We all have the good intention already. We all want to fast so that we get a lot of reward from Allah. but you still get reward from Allah because your intention is there and you are doing for the sake of Allah, to follow His messenger, because the Prophet was commanded by Allah to tell us what to do, and Allah command us to follow His messenger. So according to our calculation, based on what is being confirmed, not only in here, even in Saudi, that the 9th of Zulhijjah will fall on what day? 9th of Muharram will fall one day? Saturday. So are we going to fast? The Prophet said, the Prophet start to fast on the 10th, not the 9th. And then the Prophet was being confronted by the people of the book. Oh, this is ours. No, if you say that yours is so perfect, why must you follow us? So the Prophet, if Allah will allow me to survive, from next year, I will fast 9 and 10. That's what the hadith was very clear, 9 and 10. Now to fast on Friday itself is also against the Sunnah. Either you fast Thursday. If you know that you're going to fast on Friday, then you should fast on Thursday, not Saturday. If you don't know, it happened at a time the Prophet, one companion was fasting on Friday. The Prophet said, did you fast on Thursday? No. Do you have intention to fast tomorrow? No. Break your fast now. Oh, that means he was going to lose his reward. No. He will be rewarded because he followed the command of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yeah. That means you cannot plan that. I know that the Prophet said fast on Thursday and Friday, but because I don't want to fast on Thursday, I want Friday, and that is not correct. That is for people who do not know. The people who know, you cannot pretend not to know. You cannot choose your own day. Yeah, just an example. Yeah. Now we open for Q&A. 10th of Muharram is going to fall on what day? Now you can just fast on the 10th. Just fast on the 10th. Yeah, because it's not a fardu fast. So when it's not a fard, and then there is a command from not to. So the one that the Prophet command you, take precedent, come first. This is the adab of following the sunnah. Is this a sunnah? Is a sunnah. But one is a sunnah, and this is a command. Yes. Yeah, because it so happen is like this. Yeah, but you don't. It so happen on that particular day for that particular fast. A sunnah one, and it's against the command, so we stay away. The same thing they were just asking just now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can do the hari. This is just a fasting that is been fixed for a party. That one is a general one. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, if you want to fast Thursday and Friday, you can. Yeah, but it's for not for this Ashura. Ashura have nothing to do with Thursday. Ashura is the 10 of Zulhijjah. The 10 Muharram kalas. Yeah. Do ingat mahal hijrah, forget about the Muharram. Then Sunday lah. Sunday is okay. Because Saturday now. Just you back to the Ashura lah. Back to the Ashura. The first fast that was fasted by the Prophet is Ashura. The Prophet didn't have the opportunity to fast on the 9th too, because before the coming year he passed away. Yeah. Any last two questions? One from the sisters and one from the brothers? None, alhamdulillah. Yeah. So please do understand, yeah, the adab of following the sunnah. This is the adab. We know all of us love the Prophet ﷺ's teaching, but there's certain adab we must not forget. Following our feeling is different, you know. But if there's a direct instruction from the Prophet, don't fast on Saturday. Yeah, just like the Yahud. So we don't do that. So it have something to do with Ashura, that we are going to fast on the 10th. That is also not a must for you to fast. It's a sunnah again. Whoever choose not to fast, no sin, yeah, for them. And we have no right also to judge people. Iman not strong. Huh? Don't do that. Your iman is not being judged by that day. Yeah. Iman is not being judged by your fasting. Yeah. There are people who fast and do the sunnah, but they go against other sunnah. You see, the Prophet said, Iman will be strong when you follow the sunnah of the Prophet. Yes. Wassalamu warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Again, if we, okay. Oh, this is another good question. If there's an invitation, yeah, so weekend there's a lot of invitation, marriage, walima, so on. If you have been invited and you have responded, I'm coming, earlier because we forget when is, yeah, I'm coming, you should respond to it. The Prophet wanted us to respond. Iza da'aka fa'ajibhu. To the extent this is the right of fellow Muslim to another Muslim. One you have accepted because they have prepared, they have booked it, they have spent the money on it. We have to respond. The Prophet wants us to do that. Even in the time the Prophet, whoever want to fast on Saturday, the day on Saturday only, the Prophet forbid them. He said, even you don't have any food with you to break, you can just take some leaf, bark of the trees and then try to, you just have to do something to break your fast. To show us that the Prophet means what he said. It's not just, it's up to you. No. We like to do things, I think okay, good. I would like to refer to one pendapat, say okay. I know how we feel sometimes, but pendapat is just a pendapat. Remember, no pendapat should overrule the saying of the Prophet ﷺ. Even the great scholar, my stand is very simple. Allah said, follow my messengers. If the messenger have said it clear, and now we don't entertain others. If there's no instruction from the Prophet, then we may entertain. No problem. Last one. According to the hadith of the Prophet, no need. Yeah, because our people are not used to it. You see, sometimes a lot of things happen is because we are not used to it. We thought, oh, either you declare that they are not shaheed. Yeah. If you don't consider their battle, their death is a shaheed, then of course you have to do the necessary ritual on them. Yeah, if you know, yes, you don't change. You don't have to bury it with their boot. The boot, you just take it out. Yeah. Yeah. So there are, to show us the difference of people who die in the battlefield and people who die normal death. There's a difference. Yeah. These only people who have the understanding will know what to do. People who don't have the understanding of the Sunnah, or they have doubts whether they die for the sake of Allah, we don't know. It's up to the authority to decide also. Are you sending them as fi sabilillah? You see, in the time of the Prophet, before a war start, the one who declare a jihad is the leader of the ummah. The Prophet only can declare when the Prophet was alive. When Abu Bakr was the first caliph, he only have the right to declare. Our government have the right to declare whether this is a jihad or not. Yeah, I'm just saying that. That's why I'm saying whether you have the right intention or not. Then you have to brief your army now. We are going for the sake of Allah. Fi sabilillah. You must brief them so that they all also are aware. But today, sometimes we forgot, even we don't remind them about prayer. The Prophet always remind his ummah that when even at war, you have to pray. I'm just saying. If we want to declare this as a jihad fi sabilillah, you must make it clear. This is a jihad. Sometimes we dare not even to use the word jihad. Sensitive, okay? Because don't understand. Because yes, by protecting your life also is a jihad. Protecting your family is a jihad. Everyone can die as a shaheed if they know that their intention is fi sabilillah. If they are there for their own dunya, then you must show that you are amanah. Your duty is to protect. Your duty is to help, not to exploit. You know, now a lot of people have uniform, they exploit the situation. Yeah. So the intention is totally very different. May Allah protect us, inshallah. Until we see you again, inshallah, brothers and sisters, let us try our best to make some changes in our life, our mindset, in loving Allah more than anything else, and love our Prophet ﷺ more than any one of us, inshallah. For those who have been very helpful to us, helping us to do whatever we have to do, to spread the word of Allah, may Allah reward all of you. Yeah. For those who have been communicating with me sometime when I'm not around and I do not respond to you, please forgive me. I don't respond sometimes because I only like to share with you when we meet face to face. Yeah. So to minimize misunderstanding, inshallah. Yeah. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Change our program. We changed some program. Salam.